statement the president released Saturday, what was the need for that? And did the president earlier miscommunicate, or did Senate Republicans simply misunderstand on the infrastructure deal?
Well, I will say, Major, that I think that the statement was quite lengthy and quite detailed in the president's name, and the president's voice. And a couple of the points he made in there quite clearly were that when last week, when he had the press conference, as you all know, he he indicated he would refuse to sign the infrastructure bill if it was sent to him without his American Families Plan and other priorities, including clean energy. That statement upset some Republicans who did not see the two plans as linked, as you all know, who are also hoping, as you all know, to defeat the Families Plan and do not want to see their support for the infrastructure plan as aiding passage of the Families Plan. As was noted in his statement, he left the impression that he was issuing a veto threat on the very plan that he had just agreed to, which was not his intent. And he wanted to make clear that was not his intent. And in the statement, he also reiterated his intention to move forward with advocating for, using the bully pulpit, making phone calls, working his heart out to get the American Families Plan through. And his view is that you can do both and should be able to do both. And there can be disagreement even as he's pursuing the American Families Plan.
So he miscommunicated.
I think he made pretty clear, Major, in his statement this weekend that we issued this weekend, that he did not send that was not the message he intended to send.
And you have said a couple of times the president's going to tell the country what's in it, but even those who have supported it say we'd like to know more about it. I mean, when are the details going to be really available for those, for example, who live in Flint, Michigan, or any other city in America that does have a lead pipe situation, to know exactly what's going to be spent, when it's going to be spent, and the core legislative language that, when I used to cover Senator Biden, he would be very much focused on?
Well, what would you like to know? Settle in. I will share every detail that anyone would like to know about the package. But you're right, Major. As you know, it needs to now be written. That is a key component. As the president said also, and as we have conveyed from here, there is work ahead. And that is the important work ahead, is writing this legislation, moving it across the finish line. I will say, just because you asked me about the specific component of the package, just to give a little bit more detail there, it will put Americans to work replacing 100% of our nation's lead water pipes so that every single American child at home or in school can turn on the faucet and drink clean water. And right now, as you may or may not know, up to 10 million homes and 400,000 schools and child care centers get their water from lead pipes and service lines. So that is what it will aim to address in that specific category.
Is that over the 8-year life of the bill, or is that on a 2-year thing? Do you have any determination of a timeline on that?
It's an excellent question. The details are very important here. It needs to all be written into the final legislation of the bill. But the president is clearly eager to get that done as quickly as possible. Go ahead.
Thank you, Jen. Just another question about infrastructure. You're saying that the president was trying to clear up what he meant on Thursday and that it was not his intention to issue a veto threat. He said, if they don't come, the two bills together, I'm not signing. Real simple. So did he change his mind, or did he make a mistake?
I will say, Peter, I know that we're quite focused sometimes on process in here. I understand that. The process of a bill becoming a law is important, but the president intends to sign both pieces of legislation into law. He is eager to do that, looking forward to do that. As you know, they are both moving forward on dual tracks in Congress. The leaders in Congress are ensuring that is happening.
Okay.